Okay, we're going to look at equations with variables on both sides. Lots of what we have done before is going to stay the same. We have inverse operations. If we want to undo addition or subtraction, we're going to use the inverse. Remember that subtraction is the inverse, it's the undoing of adding. Okay, and that goes for numbers, variables with coefficients. It's still the same inverse rules. So let's look at this first problem. Notice that there are n's on both sides. The first thing you need to do in an equation where there's variables on both sides is you need to say, this is the side where I want the variable to stay. Okay, this is going to be the n side. In this problem, I'm looking and I know that it looks like the 5n is bigger than 2n. Okay, so if I subtract 5n from both sides, I'm going to get a negative n. But if I subtract 2n from both sides, I'm going to get a positive n. And remember, we talked about the fact that in the end, the solution has to involve a positive variable. Okay, so I'm going to say this is my n side right here, and I'm going to subtract 2n from both sides. And in this case, sometimes people have even more of a reason to keep the sides separate. Okay, so positive 2n minus 2n is going to be 0. And so on this side, I have 4 equals 10 plus 3n. And now I have a two-step equation. I know what my variable side is. I want to get rid of that n, get rid of that 10. So minus 10, minus 10. Okay, I'm still working this out. 10 minus 10 is 0. So I have 3n equals negative 6. And I divide by 3, and n equals negative 2. Okay, so let's do another one. Now remember, I'm looking for the side that's going to give me the most positive n's. So this one actually is different. I can't very clearly see which is going to be the best. So I'm looking at the left side, and I have negative 4n, and the right side has n. But actually, negative 4n is less than n. But what will happen if I get rid of the negative 4n on this side, on the left side? I'm really adding 4n, right? So actually, that's going to give me a both positive on the right side. So I'm going to add 4n here. And I'm going to add 4n here, okay? And I'm putting my line down. So minus 4n plus 4n is 0. So I have 2 equals 6 plus 5n. Okay, because one n plus another group of 4n's is going to give me 5n. And we talked about the fact that while there's 2 groups, we still have 5n's. Okay, so I need to get that n alone. I'm back now to a two-step problem. Minus 6, minus 6. Okay, that leaves 5n equals negative 4. Okay, I'm going to divide by 5, and n is going to equal negative 4/5. And that doesn't come out even. I've done a lot of even problems, but I wanted to do a problem where, you could see that I have that division there, and the answer is a fraction. Okay, I'm going to go over to the right side, and there's a couple of things I want to make sure. If you have equations on both sides where you still need to either distribute or combine like terms, you need to do that first before you do anything else. So on this side, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have 16 minus 2r equals 9r plus 1. And the right side has the most r's, so I'm going to add 2r plus 2r, okay? And I'm going to have 16 equals 11r plus 1. I'm just checking. I'm looking to make sure I didn't make a mistake. Negative minus 1 minus 1. I have 15 equals 11r. I'm dividing by 11. Okay, and so 15 elevenths is the value for r. Okay, and I could put that back in the equation and check it, but I'm not going to take the time to do that. I want you to just keep looking at the fact that once you get everything combined or distributed, that you are first thing you're looking for is on what side can I get positive variables? Where is that variable side? So let's look at this last one. I'm going to distribute. Okay, 4 times r is 4r. 4 times 1 is 4. 2 times r is 2r. 2 times minus 6 is 12. Okay. 4r is more than 2r. I'm going to take away 2r from both sides. I have 2r plus 4 equals negative 12. 2r minus 4 minus 4. 2r equals negative 16. Divide by 2, divide by 2. R equals negative 8. Okay, and in this case, I'm actually going to do a check. So I just want to make sure you remember how we do that. R is negative 8. So what I'm saying is that 4, and everywhere there's the R, I'm going to put a negative 8. Negative 8 plus 1 equals 2 times R, times, I'm going to have to move over more. Sorry about that. Okay, moving it over. Okay. 4 times negative 8 plus 1 equals 2 times negative 8 minus 6. So let's see if we got the right answer. So this is 4 times, and negative 8 plus 1 is negative 7. Okay. And this would be 2 times, and negative 8, take away 6 more, okay, is going to be negative 14. This is going to be negative 28 equals negative 28. And yay, we didn't make a mistake. Awesome, awesome, awesome us. Okay, so really very similar to 1 and 2 step equations, doing the same thing. The main thing is establishing right away which side you're going to have as the variable side. There has to be a variable side and there has to be a number side. Okay, and then you can start going through the process of getting a variable by itself, isolating the variable. Okay, good job.